What are you here for?
Oh. Are you not here cops that we called?
You are, but we're just asked to stand by so she puts some stuff on.
Yeah. He got violent with her last night. He put his hands on her. She came to my house. I'm the friend. I'm an old friend of his.
But she's right there in a different car, waiting.
Yeah. If he were to see my car, it would have escalated things, so I hid here. She's there with her friend in a car in a Nissan that he's never seen before.
Well, who's she and he and who are all these people?
McKinley.
Okay. That's who the caller is.
Yes, yeah, McKinley.
She's right there.
She's in a car next to the house that the call is for.
But we were told Dodge, but they're right there.
Yeah.
We're waiting for her.
So you're friends of McKinley?
Yes. He drove her here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm an old friend of Jack's, who's the person that is her ex-boyfriend.
Okay.
McKinley was staying at our house, and so we drove her here. If he saw us, it would have made it worse. So her other friend is with McKinley right now.
Who's the other person?
Who's the other friend?
G. Her name's G.
No. Who's the other person who's going? Whose house is going?
Jack Doherty.
Okay.
All right. So the N3ON versus Jack Doherty never-ending feud has just gotten a little better. Jack Doherty was pretty much married to McKinley Richardson. He kind of made her name what it is, or at least was a huge part in that. And she for sure was his favorite of his girlfriends not that long ago. And N3ON, of course, has done some streams with her recently. But now, this birthday stream, I feel like is going to make their beef even more volatile. It's going to make it even crazier. Now, I don't know if it can get as crazy, as the ending to the McKinley and Jack Doherty saga. But it's interesting how, McKinley, she's still finding ways to get at Jack. N3ON, he has the same interest as McKinley. He wants to get at Jack however he can. And, just look at it a little more for those of you that may have either forgotten or never really followed the whole breakup of Jack Doherty and McKinley, because it's literally legendary. It's a legendary body cam footage we're about to look at real quick before we get into the most recent N3ON and McKinley update.
We'll be right there with you, hon, okay?
Who is that?
Davy Police.
Why are they here?
We'll explain to you in 1 second. Or...
Who is this?
Listen,
What the f are you doing?
Listen.
I'm getting
Why do you have to make it be like this, bro? Why are you involving the cops? You're calling the cops on me?
Excuse me.
After all, nah.
Excuse me. She wants to get some stuff from your house, or from her house, which she has every right to do, and all she wants to do is leave after that.
Bro.
Nice and peaceful. Not a big deal.
What the
In trouble. She just wants to go grab some stuff and be gone.
Nah, this is
okay?
crazy. What the
McKinley, remind me that I still have your driver's license, okay, hon?
Are you for real, McKinley? Yo, who is this, though? I need to know.
Hey, bud. Hey, bud.
That dog is literally useless. He said, "Who is this? I need to know." Mad aggressive. And she instantly starts petting the dog. I don't know if he's just capping, like he's never seen her before or what. But the dog sure is acting like it's all good. And the police here all the time. It's all good.
Because you're not answering me. Are you kidding me? How the are you doing that? That's it, bro. That's all I did.
I don't know.
Yeah, but I did. I just wanted to talk to you. That's it. Then just talk to me. You wouldn't answer me, bro. Are you kidding me? Like, what?
All right.
McKinley, slow down so I can be with you.
You gotta get out of my house. I didn't say you can come in.
She's letting us in.
She doesn't own this house. I didn't say you can come in my house.
I should make like a white privilege disclaimer when covering Jack Doherty, but this is old footage, but it still just blows my mind. how entitled and just like if he was a black man, that's all I gotta say, or just a person of color in general.
Our address is
I don't
on
care.
here. She's a resident here.
I don't care. You guys aren't allowed in my house.
We're not here to have a hard
You guys aren't allowed in my house. I'm sorry.
She lives here.
Who gave you?
She did.
She doesn't own this house. Just because she lives doesn't mean she has permission to. Bro, you called the cops on me in my own fucking house after I've done everything for you.
You threatened me, Jack.
I didn't threaten you, bro. Bro, how did I threaten you?
Do me a favor. Can you stay over there?
Fuck that. You're in my house. You're unreal, bro. You're in my house telling me what the fuck to do.
This is her house.
She doesn't
All
pay for it,
this
I'm
is.
sorry.
Doesn't matter.
It's not your house.
Doesn't matter.
Nah, this is fucking crazy. McKinley, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm getting all my shit, Jack.
Dude, and who the fuck is this bitch? You get the fuck out of my house, bitch.
No,
Yeah,
Jack.
stay the fuck out of my house. Girlfriend called the cops on me.
What's crazy too about him trying to claim that it's not her house, I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but they've gone in on you know, both being on the deeds to properties before. He's kind of showed her his property hustle, because apparently he has a nice real estate portfolio, and so does McKinley. And they have content of her signing a deed to a $3.5 million mansion in the Florida area, somewhere in Florida. So just a little tidbit. But anyways, so now who comes in a year and a half, 2 years later to save the day? Mr. apparently take your wife, N3ON. Let's get into that.
Yeah, fuck that.
What's your favorite color?
Blue.
Okay.
That's why I love your Maybach.
I was gonna like maybe like a blue shirt. Cause I like blue.
Or to be honest, I usually just put like a plain shirt on and put a hoodie on. You could look at the hoodies.
Literally, yeah.
Maybach music, or however it goes, right? That drop is one of the only times, if you're like replicating it like I just did there, that's one of the only times the stutter actually comes in handy, because you have to make yourself stutter to do the little effect that they did on that voice. But anyways, so N3ON, again, he's moving diabolical when it comes to one person and one person only. You know, covering Jack Doherty versus N3ON has let me know that you don't want to get on N3ON's bad side, because he seems like a very nice guy. He doesn't have a lot of enemies, but once you are on his enemy list, or at least if you're enemy number one, he'll do things like take the only girl in your stable of women that has her own Maybach, that has you know, a lot going on for her, versus looking malnourished and things of that nature, which is what most of those Doherty girls look like. I don't know if they can be considered like the Playboy bunnies, but I think he's trying to replicate that, but it's like in a janky way. That's one janky white boy on a side note. But anyways, so N3ON the Peon, he is doing another petty stream. You know, last time I talked about N3ON, I think he was exposing Jack Doherty via a so-called interview with one of his runaway slaves, who revealed that he has them all on 80-20 deals to start off with, and you can maybe earn your way into getting a 50-50 split of your own link in the bio revenue. So this is the most successful of the runaways. McKinley Richardson, she now gets 100% of her own link in the bio revenue, if I'm not mistaken. And she also might just maybe be dating N3ON. Let me show you a little bit of what I mean by that.
Let's do that.
Or a jacket. Oh, you know what I hate, cool. Like, I bought this and I haven't wore it once.
Oh, varsity.
I hate it.
Why?
Wait, try it on.
It's cute.
It's kind of girlish.
It's a varsity jacket.
Yeah, like that's a you type of thing. I can't wear that.
All right, so maybe I'm just a crazy person, But I want you guys to put on your thinking caps for a second. If you think I'm just tripping, like, oh, what's the big deal? He let her try on his jacket. If you've ever bought something that you end up, not wanting, right? And he already kind of knew, like, yeah, this jacket is a little too girly for me. I'm not going to wear it anywhere. I'm going to save it and give it to a girl that I really like. Or my next girlfriend, I'm going to give her this jacket. That is what I'm getting from this situation. On top of that, on top of it being a layaway for his next girlfriend, who I believe this is her, varsity jacket. Think back, especially those of y'all that played sports in high school, right? If you had a Letterman's jacket, then or even just if you've seen people, you see, a cheerleader walking around in somebody's Letterman jacket, that's that person's girlfriend. That's who they go with, right? Keep in mind, a lot of this dude's audience, they're pretty young. So these are the politics at high school age, right? And that high school age audience is the thing I'm kind of focused on, because N3ON, he's always trying to, be Mr. Goody Two-Shoes in a way. Now, early on, he was more of like nerd is a mean word, but you know what I mean? Like, he was kind of geeky. His whole personality, he was like wearing a tie and shit, tucking in his shirt, going on stream with people at like kickbacks at people's houses, but like purposely playing into the awkward, like nerdy kid look. Now he's like more relaxed, got a little more drip. He's been doing like makeover streams and shit where people try to get him right. So I guess he's like in his trying to be cool era, but I feel like the social awkwardness is still there. But then also it's awkward because I feel like he might be living a completely different life off a stream than what he portrays on stream, because he knows his audience is a bunch of school-age children. So morally, he doesn't want to just push pure degenerate activity onto his audience, and then you end up influencing a couple, 1,000 people into being, kind of pieces of shit. If they're gonna go down that path on their own, they go down that path on their own. But he doesn't want to be the catalyst to a whole new era of degenerates that grew up watching N3ON streams. And that's pretty respectable. But then at the same time, he does still kind of play ball. This girl herself, she's a link in the bio type of person. So it's not like he's just out here bringing on, youth pastors or something to kick it with on stream. It's an interesting dynamic he got going on. But I say all that to say, I feel like they might be a little more couple-ish without the stream on. Like, there might have been some displays of affection once they cut this stream, and then they go their separate ways. She goes and gets ready with her homegirls, and then they meet back up at the club. You know what I'm saying? Get the affection in. All right, boom, get dressed. See you later. That's what I think is really happening behind the scenes. But he doesn't want to push, oh yeah, just knock down 10 girls in a week onto a chat, because that's reckless. You don't want to be like Fresh and Fit, where their messaging is damn near like, yeah, you might get a couple STDs, you might have to get a couple abortions, but who cares? You got to rack up bodies to be a high value man. That's kind of a reckless message to be pushing out to the youth. Now, Fresh and Fit's audience is more so like college aged people and up. So it's not as reckless to push that, even though I think that is still kind of crazy to like, oh, you're weak and vulnerable and want to find out how to get girls. I think you should run up your body count. That's not a good message either, in my opinion. I feel like that's a dangerous message, and you're going to keep the clinics open with that message. But N3ON, he's at least not pushing that directly to his audience. He's at least capping, and that's, I think it's a lot of cap. But nonetheless, let's get into the awkward club moments. Something will be thrown at the section, which ends their club night on a sour note. But let's get to that, okay? Because there is also a moment where McKinley kind of slips up, and I kind of pick up on might be a little more than just friends going on. But let me show y'all. So you see, N3ON, he was buying shots for everybody in his section. He was acting like he wasn't taking part in the shots. Only Red Bull, chat, only Red Bull. And, you know, oh, no sex for me. No sex until marriage. But McKinley, she got a little shot in her, shot or two. Spilled one on him on accident. Got a little loose. And, you know, kind of spilled the tea. If you're in the chat paying attention, say, see, here you go, he capping again. They done already done something most likely. She talking about, I'll suck it out. That don't sound like just friend talk to me. But then and their reaction kind of gives it away too. If they just go on with the flow, you know, the good old theater, if you mess up on the lines, just keep going, act like you're supposed to do that. Just go along with it. Versus stopping, looking around, which is exactly what they both did. Like, oh, shoot. And then N3ON just open mouth, darting around like, Did the mics pick up on that? Yes, the mics picked up on that. Yes, we all heard. I think I might be the only reactor to give a damn to talk about this. But I say it and point it out because it reminds me of, like, you know, think of whoever you know that smokes the most pot out of your friend group, drinks the most alcohol, whatever, gets the most lit out of your friend group. And for me, I think of myself when I was doing all that stuff. I used to have this obsession with wanting to have as many Dare shirts, hoodies, hats, whatever, as I could acquire. If I'm in Ross, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, whatever, just thumbing through the racks and I see a Dare shirt, I don't even care if it's the right size, I'm buying it. Because I just think, oh, it's so funny. I'm zooted and I'm wearing a Dare shirt. Ha ha ha. Fuck Dare. Like, I feel like that's what N3ON is in a way. So no, I don't do none of this stuff. Meanwhile, off stream, dude's probably living like a freaking rock star. You don't get that penthouse just to be laid up in there with just you and your dog. And speaking of his penthouse, I was watching a less popular stream that I'm not going to even clip, but 2 days before this birthday stream, his downstairs neighbor is a link in the bio type of person, right? And he never met her allegedly, and he ends up sending his assistant downstairs to invite her upstairs to stream, and so they can meet each other, because she had a object that usually would be stuck on like a shower wall, just chilling on the balcony for months. So, you know, he kept on zooming in on it on stream and stuff, and he finally was like, you know what, go and see who this person is. And so she comes up, kicks it on stream for a cool minute.
Can I be honest with you? The way that we saw streaming, I was doing a watch party of the Houston Texans football team.
Uh-huh.
And then I was looking down at my balcony.
Uh-huh. What was I doing?
No, I didn't see you. That would be creepy.
Oh.
We saw a certain thing. A dildo.
Oh,
yeah.
And things like that. And, you know, she kind of calls him out. He's like, you know, oh yeah, I've never had nobody up here in this room or something like that, like trying to act like, you know, the whole damn near a virgin thing that he's doing. And she's like, yeah, all right, dude. And they both just kind of chuckle about it and move on with it. Shortly after that, she asked, have you ever heard anything like late night from my apartment? Can you hear anything? And he's like, no, I've never heard anything. Never heard her, you know, moaning or things of that nature, singing a song at 3 a.m. That leads me to believe that maybe, just maybe, his 3 a.m. singing could be heard by the downstairs neighbor. Just a thought. She did also somewhat throw herself at him by trying to rub up on him as she went by in a tight space. The same thing that would be SA if a man did it in reverse. She kind of, you know, was trying to see what he was working with. But anyways, off of that stream and back to this whole club situation. So we have that instance that indicates this is more than a friendship, right? Also, choosing to only be around your homegirls, your cameraman, and N3ON kind of shows like, yeah, boyfriend, couple of the homegirls, and that's it. That's a small, intimate gathering. You ain't just doing that because you just want to be on his stream. You know, you really like this guy. If that's how you want to spend your birthday is with N3ON, you really like this guy, or you really like what he does for you. But regardless, there's something going on. I'm not falling for the oh, I only got 2 bodies thing, 2 bodies this week. Yeah, maybe that's more realistic. He's like the stoner that wears Dare apparel. Anywho, though, now we're going to get into the night getting almost ruined. And the thing that makes N3ON an interesting person, because yes, he rides around with security everywhere he goes, especially on stream. However, there's no way any girl that dates him feels, very ladylike in some ways, because he's so small and dainty, and he's respectful. He's kind of a bitch. But then on top of that, he cannot do a man's primary duty. He can provide. He could absolutely provide. He could probably provide for 100 females and not go broke. But he can't protect. He can't protect at all. If it's just him versus another man, the other man's probably gonna win that confrontation. And I feel like that is a problem as a man. Let me show you what I'm talking about.
You gotta let him enjoy his life. He's a good filmer.
I know.
All right, and so as you see in this freeze frame, that is a pretty full can of Red Bull that kind of hit her in the head. This is gonna lead to her like crying for a little bit. N3ON doing a terrible job at comforting her. I feel like she has a lot of patience, because he's like gonna start giving out information and asking like questions that would piss off most people. Really bad job at like comforting her, or even just pretending like you're mad. He instantly went to being afraid, and then by the time he gets to the car, then it snaps in the head like, oh, I should act at least like I'm capable of protecting her if I plan on being able to keep her around after this stream. But don't just believe me, check it out. We have the clips.
Someone just threw a can in my hair.
Your hair's wet. What? Somebody threw something over here. Who did? Somebody from the DJ section. Like, I heard. I'm snitching.
Go to the bathroom.
You okay? She's crying. She's crying. Oh my God. What do I do?
She's crying. Oh my God, what do I do? Is a crazy response to your date getting cracked in the head with a can. Of course she's crying, dude. She's on a stream in front of like 30,000 people or something like that, and just got cracked in the head the moment that her birthday started. It's like 10 minutes into her birthday. This is how it starts. I think most girls would be crying in this scenario, but especially you add in the element of the live audience that is just, kind of awkwardly staring at the section. The friend, it's like good and bad, what is it? Problem resolution or whatever, conflict resolution. Let's go to the bathroom. Now, the reason why that's a bad idea is if somebody really wants to like hate on y'all, they're going to go to the bathroom and keep antagonizing you, or antagonize you on the way to the bathroom. But the reason why it's a good idea is I think she's aware of the whole live stream element and how that's adding to the uncomfortable nature of all this. It's like, let's just get off a stream for a little bit so she's not openly weeping on the stream. So, and the openly weeping thing, nobody would have known that she was crying unless N3ON, her date, if he doesn't bring attention to that, I wouldn't have known that she's crying. So she's turned around, she's being consoled by the friend, she's trying to make sure she's not bleeding and things of that nature. Nobody would know or care that she's crying, but oh my God, she's crying. Goodness gracious, dude. That's your initial reaction to your date getting cracked in the skull by a can. Nuts.
Hey, get the door.
So someone aimed at her section and tried to touch her.
Yeah.
I bet. I'm going back in. Hold on.
No, N3ON, too little, too late. You're not going back in. You just realized how crazy it looks that your reaction was to point out that she's crying and then awkwardly look around and then quickly exit the venue.
Okay.
Is McKinley good though?
We'll see you inside. Hey, Chad.
My friend was on your stream. Actually,
McKinley just called. Hold on 1 sec. Can I hop in the car real quick?
Hello?
Yo, did you call me?
Okay, yeah. I don't know if we're like ending or whatever, but if you want to come, we're gonna go get like food or something at like a, or we were maybe.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I'm sliding for you. I'm going in and I'm seeing who did that.
Huh?
I said I'm sliding for you. I'm going in and seeing who did that.
Really?
I mean, yeah, I got no other option, right?
Aw.
I'll let you know what happens. Wish me luck. No, stay here. Alright. Oh, they're calling me a fake demon.
Well, yeah, so that's about all we have to cover on this one. All in all, I think there's a relationship brewing, if that, matters. It does matter. It matters because we like drama over here. And a McKinley-N3ON relationship will only bring more drama and more attention than there already is between Jack Doherty and N3ON. It's interesting because at one point, N3ON was in the runnings for being the most hated streamer in the world. Jack Doherty is the pound for pound champ when it comes to that title. He unanimous MVP, whatever way you want to look at it, he's got that on lock. N3ON, I think he's becoming pretty likable over the last year and some change. The rebrand I think is working. I think his buddy Aiden Ross was kind of right in telling him, like, I told you not to even go up to the Breakfast Club, because that kind of set him back as far as his public perception, with them kind of bringing up all the wild things he used to say and do when he was kind of first blowing up. But, when you actually look into N3ON's story and like how he was basically a Make-A-Wish child without the Make-A-Wish, banner behind him. But what I mean by that is like he literally kind of spent the most formative years of his life in and out of the hospital. So social skills not really going to be that much of a thing. I think he kind of became chronically online because of that as well. And he kind of got that the Xbox live chat humor in his earlier days of streaming, and the crazy things he said to Kai Cenat. And I think he called like Kai's mom a monkey or something like that. That's inexcusable, but he has apologized countless times at this point, and it's kind of ruined some collab opportunities for him. But when it comes to the fact that he was like a high school age kid when he said that, I don't hold it against him as much as if he was like a 25-year-old man saying that. And the reason I say so is because, again, the dude kind of like has been sheltered, plus he had his own adversities as far as the health battles growing up. Kind of have to give him a little bit of grace, I feel like, because when you're in and out of the hospital, you don't really have the same opportunity to be raised like a normal kid. Now, does it excuse racism and racist jokes? No. But N3ON doesn't strike me as an actual racist. I think he just thought that type of stuff was funny. I feel like a lot of boys go through that phase, regardless of what race you are, where certain racist jokes are funny to you, or like how everybody has some form of racist road rage, I would assume, right? It's just we're not all live streaming our racist road rage moments. But if a certain type of driver cuts you off, even black on black, when a black person driving crazy, I say some crazy things, and I'm black. But I'll say some crazy things. I might even put on my little southern accent as a joke. So, should you joke like that online when you have a platform? No, but do people that are like 16, 17, 18 years old always understand that? No, they don't. It's a learning moment. And, when you choose the live stream in front of the world, sometimes you have learning moments that you learn in a harder way that's going to always kind of be out there because of the whole digital footprint. But anyways, we're going to get up out of here to the next one. If you enjoyed this video and you're not subscribed, you might as well hit the subscribe button. I do cover streamers from time to time. I also cover podcasts, of course, primarily. And apparently there's a lot of drama that I gotta touch on, which will probably be the next video dropping very soon after this one. But anyways, I appreciate each and every one of y'all, especially y'all that have been subscribed to the channel, liking, commenting, and all that good stuff. Even the hate commenters. Shout out to the people that constantly come by and let me know that I talk too much and things like that. I appreciate you as well. And I hope everyone has a good day, night, afternoon, whatever time you listen to this. I hope you're having a good one. Peace.